And you know, another thing too, when you talk about like the New Agers and stuff like that, I find it very fascinating because I didn't even realize until more recently about this, you know, the ages. You know, we have the age of Leo, the age of Pisces, you know, all these different ages that are associated with different experiences. And in those different experiences were certain times. So, you know, a lot of fighting during things like during the Roman era, whatever age that was, it was all about power and control or something. So they had these different systems that were working out. That's why each age is so different. That's why the age of Aquarius is just so significant and cool because so many of our ages have been all about work and pain and suffering and, you know, hard stuff. And the age of Aquarius is going to be so much better. We're just not struggling in the same way. So I just find it kind of fascinating that they started calling people New Agers all that way back because that was like 40 years ago. And, you know, and they're still continuing it. I'm still hearing people saying this stuff and comparing New Agers to Luciferian people and stuff like that. And, but really, I think the New Agers are the, like the first wave. It is those of us who came who understood certain concepts and it came in to bring that energy into this this reality. And so this you know, when the different waves came in, like if you go in and you listen to Dolores Cannon, she talks about the different waves and how it has affected what is happening because it's all about, you know, this energy. And so when they were trying to make, you know, take that label, they create a label and then they turn it, you know, into a joke, into a laughing stock kind of thing. That's their best technique that they use on everything. You know, they use it on people to destroy people. They use it on labels that they want out there, but they want them to have a bad connotation. So they want these labels out there, but they want us to label people, but they want us to see once we labeled them that they're bad, because they carry this, you know, negative label that they've created. So we're running around sticking the stickers on everybody. You're this, you're this, you're this. Well, really, we're just playing a part of their fucking game when we're doing that shit. When we look at people, we should just see you're, you know, multifaceted individual. You have all sorts of sides to you. Where are you in your growth, in your expansion? How are you feeling? You know, that should be our attitude with each other. Not, you know, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, you did this, you know, all this bullshit. And we've, you know, that's us doing that. They create the emotion, but we carry through the action. So for them to come up with this label all this time ahead at a time period where this generation would be going through this changing into this new age, and all of these new age techniques are all ways that we need to be in this new age. You know, we need to be connected with ourselves. We need to understand the power behind energy. We need to understand about you know, who and what we are, but about our power in the universe. But it is the understanding of let me see. It's like I'm trying to see it. Hold on. So they want to keep us, you know, of that being like something bad, so that we continue to, you know, follow what they want us to do instead of breaking free from their system and seeing like, oh, they're trying to manipulate us. They're trying to use these words because really new age is where we're headed, and we need to use new age techniques to get there. So we need to learn and understand more about a new age movement and understand what all that has to do. Like all of those things that people were learning about were all things that we need to learn about and understand in part of our transition. So I just think that is just so crazy that they came up with this label to make fun of people, call it a new age movement, and then whatever, a couple decades later, we're moving into a new age and we need to have all of these techniques to do so. It's like, oh my gosh, when people don't realize, like, they can't imagine that this manipulation could be real. There's no way, how would they do this? Well, one of the things is yesterday when I was listening to that guy talk, he kept talking about the wives, the wives, the wives. You got to look at the wives. And, he's done a lot of research on it. And, with the cult stuff and the wives and stuff, because the wives of these people are really handlers and they're born into this situation. And that's why, like, Jill's so fucking creepy. Like, if your husband is struggling that hard with dementia and you claim to be a doctor of some sort, then why in the hell would you put him out there for people so he can make a fool out of himself? Like, that right there shows what they're doing. They're putting him out there to make a fool of himself, to humiliate him, because he was so bad that when people find out the crimes that he's committed, they need to have this to go back to, of like his bumbling around, because the stuff he did was so bad. And so he's being extra humiliated, with a lot of these people are. A lot of them are being shown to be disgusting and ridiculous because there's so much stuff that's going to be coming out about them. It's disturbing. It's going to be disturbing to a lot of people's psyche. And if you need to watch it and you need to hear about it, then it's part of your experience. Just don't get stuck, don't get caught up in it. But yeah, these wives, they're like the Stepford wives, only it's the opposite. And it's funny, they put that movie out, the Stepford Wives, like it's the wives that are the zombies doing what they're told, but really it's the wives controlling these powerful men. It's very creepy. But he was talking about that and all of this studying, and he was saying you can go back and look and you can't get through past like who their parents were. You go in and you keep trying to look. Like when they're coming out with like Tom Hanks and Zuckerberg and all these people are really Rockefellers. Like, that's the thing, is they change their names to go out and infiltrate our society to be role models and leaders so that we follow them. But really, they're all from this same, inbred, aristocratic, blue blood group, to see themselves as being the farmers, like they're the masters here. They see we are their flock. There's no accident some of the words that they've used in descriptive manners, in the Bible and stuff like that. Because that has been so manipulated too. And it's really exciting because a lot of the real true books are going to be coming out because the Vatican got, they went in and took everything out that was being hidden from us. And that's where all of this, the amount of gold that was in the Vatican, it took them 600 plane rides full of gold. Can you imagine? We've got fucking people starving on this planet and they're hoarding all the money like that. And we're all just like, please, can I have $1, we're all just begging for scraps. And people are starving on the streets. It's disgusting. But that is why we have to have this changeover. And that's why, the reversal of fortune, where it will come back. And it's a fucking blessing for those of us who get to go and have that experience, for all that was lost, that we get to have the other side of that. In everything that was taken will be given back. So, it's going to be really, really, quite the experience. It's going to be fucking great. But, the stuff about these, it's just, the whole thing is just, there's so much manipulation. And that's why I was saying, you can go in and you can look and see like, oh, who is this person? And, like Robert York, I can go in and I could look, but I mean, who knows if anything about him was real? I don't know. I mean, maybe he died a long time ago, but even if he did and he has been gone a long time, it still is what they do with celebrities and how they create idol worship and stuff. Not all celebrities are a part of their system. A lot of celebrities have tried to break free from the system and have even tried to expose the system. But because since we weren't a part of it, we couldn't really understand what they were exposing. So we were all just sitting there, not really understanding. But, there is a lot of people who are, they're like paid sponsorship, come out and manipulate us and guide us, get a, well, I like them so much, I'll do what they say. And that's what they are using, like what they did with Matt Damon. He's coming out and telling people to go put this in them. He's not a doctor. People are listening to him because they like his movies. He's not a doctor. And then his whole platform, well, sick people who have a depressed immune system can't go out. Well, yeah. If there's sickness, yeah. That's the way it is. If you got a depressed immune system and there's sickness, you don't go out. It's not the whole world has to go out and do this so that you can go out. That's the most backward thing I ever heard. But, that's what they do. They find these people who they can hold something over them. That's one thing that's going to be coming out so much about, the EP and the Max. Yeah, I don't even know if you can say these words on here. Certain words, you'd be strike. But, most of all, their whole job was just allowing these weirdos to come and do weirdo stuff so that they could get them on tape, so that they could blackmail them, so they could make money off of them. So we got all these sick people. I mean, really, if you want to think about it, that guy did some bad stuff too, but really, he did some good stuff because he got them all on tape. So, and those tapes will surface. Betcha, $100. Those tapes will surface. There will be a lot of disgusting footage available, I imagine, for people's viewing. It's whatever people take to really get it to sink in what's been going on here and how, the system has really been, it's all been about control. It's all been about enslaving our energy. And people want to think about all of this stuff on a three-dimensional level, but what is all happening is very much on a spiritual level, on a cosmic level. That is what everything is happening. When you stop focusing on the things that affect you in the 3D, you start seeing, oh, this is much bigger. This is really huge what's going on here. And, that's why it's going to be exposed about the aliens and who and what we are and how we got here and who's been controlling this place and everything. So we got a lot of stuff that will be coming out. And everybody just needs to really, just stay open-minded. Don't close your mind off, because that's what they want us to do. They want us to keep our narrow view, closed minds. It's like that's their ideal. When we open our mind, we connect with each other, we listen to each other, we notice and we focus on what we have in common rather than what we have as difference. That's their worst fucking nightmare, man. That's what they don't want us to do. And the more we do it, that's all we got to do. And we are their worst nightmare. We don't have to come at them with guns. We don't have to come at them. Holy water and crucifixes would, handle it. Just keep those handy. Surround your bed with garlic. That kind of stuff is really what we need. But what we need mostly is just to understand what's going on here and understand our own power. And then you are just watching a show. You're just watching these people who thought that they had, they thought they had dominion over all of us in this world. We'll watch all of them implode. It's kind of like, it is kind of like the hand of God, because it is all of our energy. And it is kind of like they're going to be put under the microscope. And it is kind of like a magnifying glass. We'll just be popping all their little heads off. So all of that is to come. You know, there's certain things just getting started. There's an ending and there's a beginning. And there's a lot that's just getting started. So anyways, have a great day. And hopefully I was a little bit more condensed in these ones so you can come in and, you know, get a certain topic. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.